Hello there and welcome. We are RedGamingTech with the partnership of
Amata, real name Amy,
and myself, Paul, also known as Crimson Rain, but you probably mostly know me as Paul by now. We've been doing this YouTube thing from about 2012, where we've been taking it seriously for about 2 of the past,
2 to 3 years?
Yeah, something along those lines. But since we've both been working full-time jobs, it's kind of a bit tricky to really put out as much content and work as what we'd really like to do.
So obviously, working full-time jobs, it does kind of limit the type of content we could do, and there are a lot of ideas swirling around these heads of ours that we would love to do, but unfortunately we just don't have the time to do. So that's why we've decided to take the plunge and basically try to work on the channel full-time and go into the very much uncharted seas of full-time YouTube.
Now obviously this is more of a longer term plan, we don't expect to reach these goals anytime soon. But that's one of the reasons we're, starting Patreon. Because we're hoping with your help, you'll be able to help us to produce the content that we want to produce for you. Which of course does include my technical analysis stuff, more interviews, more analysis, but we'll get into that in just a moment.
One thing I just want to very quickly address is that the actual page for the Patreon has been up for a couple of months as we've kind of been working on this script as well as getting distracted by a million different things that we've had to do. So there has been a couple of very generous patrons, thank you very much to everyone. And thank you for your patience, as obviously it hasn't really rolled out properly yet, so that's why we haven't really been doing the rewards and such yet, but obviously once this video is live, that's when everything will kick off for good. But I just want to say thank you to everyone who has already subscribed. For anyone who's wondering what the plan is with content, well obviously as you know at the moment our content is gaming and technology, graphics cards, CPUs, motherboards, that sort of thing, as well as reviews, previews, and just news and technology, everything but the kitchen sink, essentially. Now obviously we did start a weekly podcast, which we need to do more of.
Yeah, a little bit behind on that.
Yeah, we've been so insanely busy the last few weeks, we just haven't even had the time to even
Ryzen says hi.
Yeah, Ryzen says hi, then everything under the sun says hi, and oh god, please send help as well. Now, we're also striving and have already done interviews with folks in the industry, like you've got an interview in the works at the moment. I don't want to say who it's with in case you want to say.
Well, I have made it pretty public, it's Neil Trevor from InVideo.
Yeah, so we are getting that interview edited and will be up soon, TM.
But, not Blizzard soon, not Blizzard soon.
No, not Blizzard soon.
It's Valve soon.
No. That's worse.
Well, maybe not Greenlight soon.
Yeah, it's going to be out in early access.
Yeah, I'll put out an early access.
It's actually just going to be a slideshow of clip art that you've stolen from Google.
Yeah, basically. I'll just get a couple of images of him from Google, and then I'll be like, yeah, each successive video will be like 2 or 3 words.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Go on.
Okay.
10 out of 10.
Sweet.
Yes, but the point is, we are going to be striving to get more interviews in the future with people like AMD and so on.
What we want to do is simple. Less news, more original content. That doesn't mean the news will be going anywhere though.
Plenty of people enjoy that content and appreciate a handy source for all the best news in one place. So, it simply means that we'll be collecting the news into a single roundup video with some exceptions. Anything more complex that cannot be included in a simple roundup will be given a unique video, and that will be less about the news and more on our opinion of it or an analysis. We would like to be able to genuinely increase the production value for our videos with more informational slides, images and such things, which obviously requires greater amounts of time.
However, the original content we want to do at the moment, as we will probably have more ideas as we go, are more simplified videos, more in-depth tech analysis, more in-depth analysis and opinions of the games industry, and more tech reviews. We already produced some of that content, such as the Xbox Scorpio analysis, PS4 Pro analysis, and this discussion on in-game nudity, but sadly we haven't had the time to dedicate to doing it as much as we'd like.
I personally, that would be Paul, also would love to produce more technology guides, tutorials and help people better understand technology. And also I'd like to start doing a lot of retro hardware and PC builds as well.
Myself, Amata, would personally love to dedicate more time to unique, interesting content that is not only an analysis of the industry and the hot topics currently happening there, but games themselves and elements of them. I've explored this briefly back in the early days of RGT, but a series I would love to bring back is my examination of what makes good characters, storylines, and mechanics in games.
We also want to give the RGT website a complete visual overhaul, as well as build forums for you guys to talk outside the hive of scum and villainy that is the YouTube comment sections. There's so many ideas we have that sadly working full-time jobs will not allow us time for. Our audiences have come to know and respect us for our honesty and unbiased opinions in both PC gaming and console gaming space, and it is that we wish to bring to you at our full glory.
There are many complex topics and videos we would love to take on with that RGT flourish.
So we've already started to implement some changes. For example, I'm starting to appear on camera a lot more, which kind of surprised some viewers.
They seem to enjoy it though.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where I'm trying to get the balance, because I don't want to just be that guy in front of the camera all the time, whereas I also want to kind of show the technical analysis stuff. So I think it's going to be maybe the beta for the next couple of weeks, maybe. You know, I guess it's another early access.
Yes.
But obviously we want to start creating more original content. Like you've seen our Ryzen coverage, we're going to continue that. And obviously when Vega comes out, we'll endeavour to buy that as well and cover that fully. As well as Scorpio and all the other technical bits and bobs that will be coming out, as well as we want to start going to more shows and get more interviews.
Yes. So undoubtedly the question in some of your minds is, well, why isn't ad revenue enough? Well, it's no secret that over the last few years ad revenue on YouTube has not been particularly brilliant, and especially over the last couple of weeks. I'm sure you've all heard about the YouTube controversy where a bunch of advertisers have basically left the platform because their ads are being placed next to videos that they don't want to be associated with, which is, you know, their prerogative. After all, it's their company, their brand and all that. But obviously it has left a lot of people pretty hurting, and while bigger channels are probably okay, a smaller channel like us really feel the burden. And obviously we don't want to be one of those people who have like a bunch of annoying intrusive ads on our website or anything like that. So as for the hardware question, that's undoubtedly on your minds as well. We do get a fair few review samples sent to us, which obviously we're very grateful for, but a lot of the time we have to send it back to the companies because they're then sending it on to other reviewers, or they're just, you know, putting it back into their stock for whatever reason. They're squirreling it away like
behind the scenes.
Squirrels.
You should have seen her face when we were packaging up the Zotac GTX 1070 Amped edition.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that video will be up by the time this goes up, but we got a 1070 to review and it was so nice. And I was like, I really hope we get to keep it. It's so beautiful. No, and obviously we didn't, and I was just like, goodbye, my love.
I just imagine her go like, it's mine.
Yeah, so the point is, obviously, a lot of the Patreon money is probably going to be going to keeping our equipment relevant. Obviously, because we're a technology channel, it's fairly important that we, you know, don't have a GP from the dark ages, basically.
It's kind of funny though, very off topic, but I did get quite a few messages asking if I'd cover retro tech.
Yeah, that's something we do want to do, but again, that's going to be in the content.
So, we're recording the extra a little bit late.
Yeah, fun fact, I copied over the files, went to edit, and realised I hadn't actually copied over the extra, and by the time I set to Paul, they'd already been deleted. So we're here like a couple of weeks later. That's why we're wearing different clothes, and yeah.
Yeah, she like messaged me like, yeah, about that extra, do you still have it? No.
Yeah, because we've been so busy, and obviously I went away for a few days to the US. It's not been brilliant to try and find time to redo it, so that's why this has been delayed again a couple of weeks. Like, you know, never mind Patreon, it's just Delayatron at this point.
Anyway.
Yes, anyway, so you want to say what our wonderful viewers can do to help if they so desire?
I do. Well, the answer is pretty simple. Donate as much as you want, for as long as you want, for as little as you want. Every single penny that you give towards us is incredibly appreciated. But not just that, it's, you know, liking, subscribing, commenting, emailing, and just generally being involved with us, because it's still, well, bizarre, actually, to be getting lots of messages and emails and Facebook notifications. It's kind of bizarre because you just don't get used to it, I don't think. No,
I don't think we ever will, or, you know, it'll probably become less weird, but it'll still be a little strange, I think. But regardless of that, you know, as Paul just said, like even $1 helps, and if you can't or you don't want to for whatever reason, obviously that's absolutely fine. Even just watching our content is really appreciated, and also just want to point out that if for whatever reason you don't want to do like a monthly thing, there's going to be a PayPal like tip jar thing as well if you prefer that, just sort of one-off whenever you have spare cash, that is going to be an option for you guys, because I know not everyone can do monthly subscriptions, because, yeah.
Also, if you've not already done so and you are a subscriber, and this is whether you want to become a Patreon or not, we would also recommend you click the bell icon, because when on YouTube and notifications, not so much with the best.
Yeah, well, the subscription box on YouTube is a bit dicey, to say the least. So
yeah, it's a fickle beast.
yes, that bell can give it a little kick up the bum. So
It says for whom the bell tolls.
Indeed. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything we need to discuss. You know, again, thank you very much for watching this video. Whether or not you become a patron or not, your support is really, really appreciated and has been all this time. Honestly, your support and messages and emails and comments, all of that really, really does mean a great deal to us. So thank you for everything.
Well, to be honest,
thank you for watching.
If it wasn't for the viewers, ultimately we have nothing.
Well, yeah, exactly. So
a viewer of one doesn't really
No.
make much difference, which is kind of how it was to begin with.
But yeah, just thank you not only for watching this video, but all of your support over the years. So yeah.
Thanks very much. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.